Hi everyone, I am Lady Stars and Fire, or you may know me with my real name as Michelle Espinosa, and this is our weekly Rune cast for April 26th until May 4th, coming out a day early this week. I was kind of told to. I ask every week that all of love and light, benevolence and healing gives us all blessings, healings, and guidance to help us move forward for any and all who will watch the Rune cast or check it out on the website so they can read it if you're deaf or something. If I can get it in my bag properly, all of the stones together, I'll pour them. I don't always need to feel them. Sometimes I just have a vibrational pull that I get from them. But I kind of separate them enough so that I can tell which one I'm feeling. Now, I'm coming out a little bit early this week because I was told to. Kind of like the phoenix. Get out of there. Kind of like the phoenix who rises from the ashes and is reborn through the flame. Some of us are undergoing some awarenesses, some truths that we may not really want to be undergoing, or we've been avoiding. And I'm being told, kind of like in defeat and in your tears and your crying, when you stand on your toes, on your tippy toes, and you arise and you're like, no, I can't be defeated. Then you will be reborn, so to speak. So even though you may feel like you're going through some tough times, you can't allow that to keep you down. We all need a little bit of inspiration from time to time. And just like the earthquake that just recently happened, all of us are undergoing some changes, just like even Mother Earth is. And in these changes, sometimes you can't hold everything in you. You can't repress all that inside because eventually it's going to erupt and explode. So you've got to let it out, but maybe not just blow up and let it out. Sometimes we need to think some of this stuff through just a little bit before we allow things to just explode. But it's going to be okay. Starting the week off, I have an Amazonite, which is truth and honesty, protective, and astral. I have Iwaz, which is the Yi tree, axes of life and death. It is safety. Oh yeah? It is safety, strength, reliability, dependability, trustworthiness. It points to discipline, transforming change, and that total commitment of that change. It may indicate a great intention, a great loss, or even a deep discontent. Describes situations of denial, deprivation, and hardship. That is what I was talking about. I'm being told over this weekend a lot of us might be going through some of this going on. But it's a blessing in disguise, even though it may not necessarily feel like it right now. It is the regeneration cycles of life and death. Death being that rite of passage, endurance, sacrifice, undertaking rites, that hidden force in a situation. And my clock's going off. Release of the latent powers, essential polarities, principles of light and dark, resilience for the greater life or life cycles. Power companion, walking the path and its commitments. Then we have soon as I find it. See, sometimes, like I said, you'll never see me without my book. Because sometimes my book trumps everything. And sometimes I'm kind of, I receive like highlights in my book, which is telling me, no, we want more of this specific situation than the others right now. Thorsal. This is coming in Howlite, which is spiritual awareness and calming energies. But I think for this one, it's more of awareness and spiritual. It points to sudden something and sometimes change. It can feel violent. It can feel hostile and aggressive. But it can also indicate that powerful and stunning breakthrough. May show presence of violence or violent people in this situation also. But it can be erotic. Events of powerful and compulsive nature. It is also the symbol and the talisman of Thor and his hammer. So you got to think of Thor and his hammer when you think of this. Principle of opposition, action and reaction. That is exactly what I was talking about with what I was being told. These are all outgoing actions that we're about to go through. But action and reaction means we've got to realize how we act is also how things are going to react back to us. It can be hostile and have reactive forces. It's essential, it is the catalyst for change, applied power, that mighty blow, the breakthrough and the breaker of resistance, the warrior, the fighter, that great strength. Compulsion that may need to be mastered, though. Conscious breakthrough against unconscious forces. Regeneration, evolutionary change after crisis. It is also the conflict of that shadow self. And those who oppose us are also our teachers. Then I am getting, Yankees getting into stuff. And Howlite, which is awareness, spiritual, and calming. On Zeus, God, mouth, Odin. Points towards communication, education, growth through knowledge. It can transform us through our inspiration, and it can confuse us if we let other people's thinking dominate our lives. Indicates the presence of wise and intellectual gifted people. Communication signals inspiration, enthusiasm, and the true vision. Also the power of words. Principle of communication, the divine breath. Access to the source. Breath as the essence of all things. Inspiration, song, poetry, magical incantation. Magical power of words themselves. Integrated consciousness, transformation through the Word of God, Rune skill of language, education, learning, intellectual achievement, dexterity, and word, speech, verbal communication. It is that exchange of views and the intellectual gift. But this was also coming in reverse. So this is something we may be having a problem with right now, because we may not be understanding what we are hearing or saying. We may be saying these wrong things, acting out of emotion instead of out of conscious thought and mental thinking. It may be the lack of inspiration too. So we've got to think things through and look at the words we say more properly, and the music and everything, and let that be an inspiration, not take us the opposite direction. Then I am getting radio, which is coming in truth and honesty. And just like that last one was coming in awareness, this one is coming in truth and honesty, which is focusing on matters of order, justice, and change through preparation. It is the journey. It is the chariot, the air, the world of rhythm, rhythm and rhyme, the dance of life. It may indicate a journey over land and water, but I think for the most part this week it's going to be more of focusing on that matter of order and justice and change. It is the channeling of energy according to natural law. Not human law, natural law. Controlled movement of that dance of life. Primal order expressed in ethical relationships to the environment. Growth through planning and preparation. Experience in the outer world. Logical ethics applied. Wise counsel, justice, just rewards, and legal matters. Personal control and responsibility. Also, it can be a journey over land. I am also getting alges this week, but this is more of an accent. And I've been seeing a lot of our positive guides and heavenly spirits and, so to speak, our angels have been popping up, which is they're saying of the need for trying to stay positive right now, even if you might be having problems with it, but they're here to help you. So just ask for that help. I love you, my darlings. Have a good week. Visit me at www.ladystarsandfire or Google me. And yes, that is my two kitties, Yankee and Doodle. Have a wonderful week, darlings. Blessed be. Hugs and kisses in the wind. Bye.